Join.
Live.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we should be live now. Let me just double check. Looks like
Okay.
it's still just connecting. Actually, I can't tell if it is live or not. I think it's. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we're live. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So last time, um, we were we were sort of looking through, like we were asking the different the different LLMs, right, to work on the schema. So we could try to do the same thing where we like ask one LLM to provide one schema, like the company schema, another LLM to provide like the customer schema, right? And then
Mhm.
like try to see like how, if we can like make it if it can come up with something like really nested or really complex, and then to see if it can actually do that mapping that way.
Mhm.
So to give this a try, I think we will probably start doing what we did before, right? So we would always do like so we would start with like so you work for a people search company. Uh, so let's say just generate a schema for people for the generate a schema for the company's people data. Um, and then so this would be like the company schema, and then after that we'll have like another customer who's not, we'll say like a real estate company or something like that, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, let's see how. Oh no, here. This is actually what we do. Work for a people data company, generate a schema. Okay. Your goal is to generate a schema for the people for the companies. People data. Write a prompt to an LLM that will generate this schema. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll ask it to do the prompting just like before. See how well it seems to actually do a pretty good job of like writing prompts. Um, so we'll just continue. We'll continue that as like the first thing. Uh, oh wait, hold on. Did I have the right models? Okay, yeah. So I'm still doing Claude versus Minstrel. Although I did. Do you still want to use the biggest Claude version, or do you want to use the second to biggest? Do you have a preference?
Mm. So what do we do last time?
So last time
The
we did
biggest.
Opus. So Opus is like their biggest model, and then Sonnet is like the one after that.
Okay, sure. We'll try new like so Sonic.
Yeah, I mean it's
Why not?
supposedly
Yeah.
it's not as good, but I think we can always just see how it goes, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's see. You're tasked with designing a database schema to store information. At a minimum, the schema should include these fields. And then it also says additional consider fields to store information, such as these. Okay, so this is its prompt for how it should create a schema. Not bad. Okay, and then let's go for this is Minstrel. So Minstrel has more of just a paragraph. So
Mhm.
which one do you think will actually work better?
Hmm.
I will save both of them, uh, so that we
Yeah. They both are reasonable. Please tell me.
yeah.
Skills. Uh-huh. And the
Yeah.
other one is like my previous
So the other one
history.
was a little bit more
Um,
specific. It actually said like what the minimum schema should be,
minimum.
as well as like additional ones to consider. So I'm concerned that if you say this, it's not going to consider the additional ones.
Mhm.
Because I don't know like how. Yeah, but anyways, we can definitely. Well, actually, I'm missing some of the text here. Let me copy it here so we can read it. Uh, okay, so this is actually a good bit of information.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
there's a lot of like yeah, that allows for array of structs,
Yeah. Okay. So
Of,
let's. Would you? All right. So I would say A is better then.
yeah,
All right.
slightly. Yes, somewhat, yeah.
Let's do that, and then let's clear the history and try. Oh wait, I forgot to up the parameter count because this schema could get large.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's try that and give them both a try. It's actually gonna write the sequel.
Wow.
That's great. I mean, we didn't ask it to do that, but hey.
Uh,
Oh, so this is actually creating different tables.
yeah, interesting.
And it has the foreign key references. So this is pretty
This
intricate.
is what we should create in the company. We should
Uh,
just follow what it says. Yeah.
okay, well, let's see. Claude is still going, so Claude is. All right, let's take a look at what Claude. Did Claude also
Oh,
write? Oh, wow.
equal.
This is a lot.
Hmm.
Actually, the prompt actually said to format it like a SQL create table statement. So that's why.
Oh, I see, I see. It's in
Okay,
our
so
oh.
it has a people table, right? So ID, first name, last name, date of birth, current address, created date timestamp. Then it has people numbers. So this is the relationship between. So this one has the phone number and the person to it, right? It's got email addresses, so same thing. It's got previous addresses in a different table. All here. Okay. Relatives table. Okay. Employment history, education history, criminal records, licenses, social media profile, photos. And then it even tells you how to index it.
Oh,
Okay.
huh.
Wonderful. And then it has an explanation.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad, right? So Claude gave a pretty awesome schema.
Mhm.
Okay, let's take a look at what Minstrel gave. So it also gave person, right, with basically the same thing. So person, phone numbers, emails, previous addresses, relatives, employment history, education, criminal, licenses. Okay. Social media profiles. Okay, that's new. Wow, actually, this is pretty good.
Mhm. Pretty good as well, yes. Person ID.
Which
Yeah.
would you say is better?
I mean, I guess Claude went further to create indices, right? I mean, but then both are pretty good, I would say.
Well, Minstrel added other things. So
Mhm.
Minstrel added in licenses and social
But-
media.
Oh, oh, Claude didn't have that? The social media?
Claude. Oh wait, no, wait.
Also
Claude did have
in
social media.
social
Sorry.
media, that's all. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. It was certificates and okay. So sorry. So they had the same thing. Okay. So maybe just a
Yeah, they're
tie.
pretty much the same.
All right. Let's
Hi,
give it a
yeah.
tie. Um, but what's interesting though, right, is that like okay, if they're pretty much the same, I'll just take the longer one. I'll still take. I guess I'll take Claude's since it has like the indexes as well. Right. Okay. So I will
Extra
copy this
credits.
one. Let's move this over here. All right. So this is the this is now our company schema, right? This is our company schema.
Mhm.
Um, okay. So now let's do the same thing for the customer. So we'll start by Where is it? Okay, we'll start with this. Okay, let's say that the customer, so you work for a law enforcement
Yeah.
agency. Your goal is to generate a schema for the company's people data. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Mhm.
Write a prompt to an LLM to generate the schema, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so this is a slightly different use case, or the customer is obviously different. So let's,
Employee, would it be like okay?
is it for
People
employees?
data. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
Like
no, oh no,
law
sorry. Oh, sorry.
enforcement, would that
Your
be? Uh-huh.
your goal is
Should
to
it
generate a
be?
schema for the for officers to search criminals, I guess.
Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
Right? Okay.
So it's basically like we're their queries, right? Yeah. Mhm. Oh wait, is that right? Let's see.
Well,
Okay.
we'll see. I guess we'll see how what
Uh-huh.
it comes up with.
Oh, law enforcement. Yeah.
Okay.
Last one word about.
All right. So let's take a look at Claude. This is I need to copy this in order to actually read this. Okay. You're tasked with designing a database schema for a law enforcement agency. Should include the following attributes. Okay, so criminals, first name, last name, known associates, crimes, law enforcement officer. Oh yeah, we have the officers too. And oh look, the schema should define relationships between these entities. All right, provide the full database schema in a format suitable for implementation.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so that's the prompt, but this is just the prompt, right? So like we it does a really good job of writing prompts. Like, wouldn't you say
Yeah.
so? Right? Like,
Hmm.
remember all those days where we were like actually writing all the prompt ourselves and like we weren't doing a great
Hmm.
job.
It knows what we want and more. But
uh,
relationship, I wasn't thinking about like
yeah.
we both like.
Okay. The Mistral one, I mean, I think it's a good start, but it's not as in depth, right? Would you say? Like this is it.
Uh-huh. And then yeah, and then the other one has two tables, right? The Claude has two.
Uh, the other one has multiple tables. It says the criminals, the
Oh,
crimes, and
criminals,
the
crime.
officers.
Oh, okay.
So this
Yeah,
one,
I think.
yeah, this one doesn't have the officers and has criminal history, so that could be crime, right?
Mhm.
It has it has this one. But if you take a look at the way this is formatted, like it's very
The
specific
difference.
about like,
Yeah.
what you want in those tables. Whereas
Hmm.
like this prompt is kind of ambiguous,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. It's just richer, I think. Like a
Yeah.
Claude, right? With yeah, it's
Yeah,
just more.
Claude is richer.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, let's give it to Claude, and then let's try the prompt that Claude gave.
Mhm.
So Claude gave. Let me clear this history. All right. Okay. All right, so Minstrel gave so they have a criminals table. So they got first name, last name, date of birth, height, weight, color. Oh, forgot about eye color, hair color. Last known
Mhm.
address, distinguishing features, known associates, and criminal history. And then the crimes,
Okay.
so types of crimes, date, location. Okay. Oh, and it makes a victims. Is there a victims table? There isn't, right? There isn't.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's the officers. That makes sense. And then there's the officer to crime relationship. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. That's pretty good, right? Let's take a look at
Mm-hmm.
what Claude did. All right. So Claude also has the criminals table. Oh, it has alias. I think
Alias,
that's and I think everything else is similar. Known associates table. So create a
known
table for the
associate.
known associates, right? And this is a many-to-many relationship, so that's good.
Mm.
Criminal history table, one-to-many relationship. So criminal history to criminal ID. Okay, the charges, convictions, and sentences
Mm.
served. Ooh.
Mm.
Crimes table. So we got the actual crimes, the description, date
Okay.
committed, location, victims, and evidence. So in this one, victims is just a text file. It's just text,
Mm-hmm.
not an
Mm.
object. Perpetrators table. Oh, okay.
Mm.
So this is the many-to-many relationship between criminals and
Mm.
crimes. Okay. Law enforcement officer. Yeah. So this is the officers. I think this is pretty much the
Mm.
same.
Mm.
And then cases worked. Okay, so this is the cases that each officer worked for, and then the indexes. I like how it
Uh,
does the indexes for you.
wow. Yeah, yeah. Very complete.
Yeah, it's very complete, right? And then it has the
Oh,
explanation as
for
well.
search, right? Because I think our prompt originally said like, oh, this is for search.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So it's
So
indexed for
yeah,
searching. So
nice.
yeah. So yeah, but I would say both schemas are pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Distinct feature. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now let's get to the mapping part that we were trying to get to because we did all of this for the
Mm-hmm.
setup, right? This is all the
Mm-hmm.
setup. So now we need to do the mapping. So what we probably want to do is actually I want to copy one of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think we just want to take a copy of the criminals table, right?
To
If
generate all this, that was just
huh?
yeah. No, it's funny. Like we got all this thing, but actually we just
We
want
just
to
need to. I
copy.
know. Well, we wanted to see what it could do, right? We want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, no. I mean, tell me if you agree with me on this one. All right. So if we assume that the customer is the enforcement agency, right? They have their criminals table. They send it to the
Mm-hmm.
people search company, and they say, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
here's a list of criminals. Give me all the data you have for these criminals."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so
They
so
would
then
not send the
that's
whole thing.
they wouldn't send their whole
Yeah,
thing schema, right?
yeah. True.
So
Yeah, yeah.
So they would do this, and then there needs to be a mapping from this table to anything that's
To the
in the schema.
master.
Well, not
Mm-hmm.
anything that's in the entire schema,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's do this one. Okay. So okay. Let's say you are a people search company that offers customers a service where they provide um, a schema of their tables and you map their data to our schema,
Mhm.
right? Um,
Mhm.
okay, so then we have
Opening scheme.
the customer schema. That's this one.
Mhm.
So I'm going to put this here. And then we have our schema. And that is, oh wait, did I? I was gonna say like, did I?
It's very complex. Mm,
Should I
Uh,
ignore the indexes?
uh, I think you can.
Okay, and this is
It's
our
for
schema.
optimization. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so this is a really long prompt. I'm not sure if I had this many tokens. Now that I think about it, right? But let's
Wow.
give this a try. Your people that cover. Wait, hold on a second. Your people that this is like that offers customers a service where they provide a schema
Oh,
of their tables, and you map their data to our schema.
oh, we have a chat that says this detour demonstrates LM can do some of the data architect's job. Yeah, I know.
some,
How's what to do? How's it
right?
organized?
It's kind of interesting that it can do all of this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mhm.
so but we asked LM to do all the setup for us so that we didn't have to create these schemas, in the example.
Yeah.
Provide a mapping table from the customer's schema to ours. Okay, so now, but yeah,
Let's
I
see.
guess I guess this does show that LLMs are pretty good at doing data architecture things.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, did we want to vote? I forgot
Oh, oh.
on these criminal tables.
So these ones have, I like the A that has comments, right? What about B, the minstrel? Is it?
Minstrel.
Oh, minstrel has comments? Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me see. It,
Oh,
it
no,
does.
it
It,
does.
it has it
But,
has some, not as
but
much, but it has some.
uh, okay. Then maybe A.
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah. Not huge, but like A is way better.
It's
Okay,
fair.
let's see. This is a huge prompt.
Will it fit? It fits it. Wow.
Ah, oh.
I don't know what the input limit is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we have an output
It's
token,
like,
but I don't know what the input token limit is.
yeah.
Anyways, okay, so let's take a look at what it has.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
so this
minstrel or
is this is Minstrel.
okay.
All right, here's a suggested mapping table from the customer schema to ours. So ID to ID, first name to first name, last known address to current address.
We need to create new tables or a new field for the common thing. Here's a suggested mapping.
Oh,
New field. Oh, nice.
we didn't ask
A
you to
new
do this, but
field
this
in
is
a
actually
people
nice,
table.
isn't it?
Yeah. And why don't we add this new field here, which is a new table? Oh my gosh, I like the additional notes too.
You like So that wasn't our testing use case, but we did discover that, hey, what this also means is that like when we get a new vendor data, we could just be like, hey, LLM, how should we map it to
And then
our existing?
and they're like, add it here. Yeah, you should be adding it here.
I guess maybe we don't need a data architect now. We can just get an LLM to be our data architect.
I know.
Okay. Anyways, let's go take a look at what Claude says. See if Claude can
Yeah,
also be a very
free.
good data
Yeah.
architect. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
Oh,
Claude, here's a mapping table. So not only does it provide the customer's table, but it says our table and which column.
yeah. This one's more, even more specific. The other one is kind of implied, right? I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Criminal ID.
It's too bad it didn't do anything with alias, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
hmm.
Okay, let's see the notes. Hmm.
do not have a direct mapping. It's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, known addresses. Huh, that's interesting. It even has like business logic.
That the from date to the current day
uh, what's this
is
comment
small.
here? We totally should let the LLM do the first pass of data schema mapping in ETL. We just need to review the work.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah,
review the
just
recommendations,
review the
right? Like,
recommendations, right? It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
we just do the mapping schema approval, and the LLM provides.
And you can say A is better. I mean, it's so funny, right? Like you can have A and B. Oh yeah.
So what you're saying is so we should set up like multiple LLMs, get them all to
Yeah.
do the same thing, and then we can like figure out which one we
Which is
want.
better? And then A, B, C, D, and then it's like, oh, A approved, and then goes approved.
Just approve, right? Just
Oh, yeah.
oh
Or
man,
we can ask them, do you approve?
which one approve? We'll get an approver.
Yeah, to see which one do you approve, right? Like,
I
so
mean,
good to approve.
you're not wrong, but at some point, I do kind of wonder, like, maybe multi-source LLMs.
Which is
Just ask LLM to do everything, right? We don't need data architects. We don't need engineers. It writes the SQL for you. It creates the tables. Like
yeah,
we just need to have a whole company of LLMs, and then we're good.
yeah, yeah. Automate us.
Just automate us, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I guess so. I mean, our first step is to ask the LLM to write a prompt, so it's even doing
I
that.
know.
So
Oh.
I guess we're definitely going to be out of jobs real soon now, right? Right. But anyways, okay, yeah, okay. So it does a decent job of doing this mapping and the explanations of it, right?
Mhm, mhm.
As well as
Yeah,
like as well as like the exception cases, not the exceptions, like the what would you call it? Right? Like these are sort of like it makes a note that like if there's additional data doesn't fit, we may need to create new tables,
yeah, yeah,
right? So
yeah.
yeah.
I think Minstrel did a little bit better on, I know it's missing a column like our table, but it actually it's very specific
Mm-hmm.
about like, oh, which table to add.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we can give Minstrel this one. Well, the other thing that's also really interesting, I mean, let's just speak hypothetically about this whole LLM replacing our jobs thing. If it happens, great. But I noticed something. So it provides the mapping, but it also provides the reasoning, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and so if we were to ever really use this, like these notes make great Confluence documents,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, yes,
Like you
yeah,
save the mapping and you save the reasoning somewhere, so you can always go back to it and always reference it. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, like
yeah.
actually,
I
so
really like it.
so
Mhm.
let's say we spent half an hour creating this fake scenario, and it was able to generate two schemas of two very different companies
Mhm.
and do the mapping like for that in
Mhm.
like a half an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like the setup too, right? Like, yeah, the setup and the mapping, of course. Yeah, at the end,
yeah,
very quick.
I know,
Yeah.
right? And then
Uh.
so
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I guess maybe we should probably set up Mistral-Large on one of our AWS things and just have it do everything, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, well,
Yeah.
I think that kind of confirms that like it can
Uh-huh.
It can do it can do a lot of
Yeah, we can
the
generate,
pretty
and
much
then
any of the mapping.
I like how it's like generated all these like, system of tables, and you can it's exactly what I would, you know, expect in a prompt for mock data as well, right? Like,
Hmm.
how we were like, oh, like create a family of like five, and then fill it in. I feel like this one, yeah, like seeing something so complicated, like, wow, okay, I'm pretty sure it can create mock data, right?
Oh,
Very
actually, do you want to try
useful.
that? Do you want to
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
it to
And I kind
make
of like
mock data
Claude. Yeah.
given one of the schemas?
I mean, I remember GPT was really good, really like the GPT mock data, right? And I mean, I,
No,
I like Claude as well. But anyway, yeah.
no,
But
no. So so
we've only
so
used
he,
it for schema generation.
so no. So what I'm talking about is, let's say we take our schema, right? So I'm just gonna copy and paste this, and I'm gonna say, okay, uh, generate some uh, mock data for this schema,
Mhm.
and I just paste the
Uh,
schema.
yeah, yeah,
Right? Let's
yes.
see
Yeah.
let's see what it can do. It's still writing the sequel for us. So it's just insert.
It's still there.
Ah, look, it's got like really terrible examples.
Yeah, yeah. Mock data.
I guess maybe mock data is not the right word for it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to ask the LLM to write the prompt. That's what we forgot to do.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
we should have done that first, right?
What
um,
should I do?
okay.
What should I ask?
Okay. So your goal is to generate some
Yeah.
testing data for engineers to use. Write a prompt for an LLM to generate generate realistic data for this schema. And then let's give the
Mhm.
schema.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Let's just ignore this.
Mhm. Oh, write it out. Read it.
Okay. All right. So it just highlights out specifically all of the fields that need to be generated,
Hmm.
and then also relationships and whatnot. So that's what Minstrel
And two
says.
dates between associated with the person IDs. Okay.
Let's take a look at what Claude says. So Claude says, here's a prompt for the LLM to generate realistic data.
Common. Oh, cool. Common and less common names.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, that's so much
I like.
better.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This sounds like
Hmm.
a much better prompt.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good at prompting.
I
Yeah.
know, right? Hold on, let me paste this prompt so that I can save this.
So
Clearly,
good.
Claude is really good at prompting. Let's see. By the way, the
Yeah.
multi-source LLM is actually a thing. It's called prompt ensemble, or the concept of using multiple different prompts to try to answer the same question. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Sounds awesome. To answer the same question. Well, and then we approve or not. Maybe it's better. We are
Yeah.
doing it right now.
Okay. Let's take a look. So, Claude. I love how it's actually just doing like the actual insertion.
Uh-huh. Hey, sorry, does it have person IDs up on the in the people table? It does.
Sorry,
Oh,
it's
it's good.
it's it's still
Yeah.
typing, so I
Oh,
can't get it
now.
to
Yeah.
scroll.
Yeah.
But it's able to do a lot, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's able to. Yeah. 1, 4, 5.
Oh, I think it ran out of tokens. Oh no, that's still
Oh,
going.
that's
Okay.
okay. Oh
No,
no.
no, no. It's just thinking. It's just a little slow because I think
Oh,
we're probably okay. Now I think it might have ran out of
thinking.
tokens.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look at. No, that wasn't that much, was it? Did I forget to increase the
Mhm.
limit? No, I increased the limit.
2000.
Yeah.
Does it have person IDs up on the top? Oh, maybe it's like auto incrementing. So then just assume that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it's a small thing. It's
Uh,
assuming that's generated into a table, I guess. Like when we insert, that will be the person ID because person ID, is referred to from all the tables
yeah.
below.
Yeah.
So I guess it just kind of implies that that one, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is
But okay,
fine.
so let's see. So we have Emily Johnson, Michael Williams, Sophia Davis, William Brown. Okay, so we got different kinds of names, various age groups, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
But we still have Anytown, California first. But everything else, I think, is a little bit better. I feel
Uh-huh.
like they always have to start with that, don't they? Maybe that's the problem, is that they always start with
Yeah.
Anytown, California.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the other ones, they're pretty good for mock data.
Hmm.
But anyway, so we got some fake phone numbers, and we have emails. Okay. Oh, we have personal and work emails.
Mm.
Okay. Then we have previous addresses. That's pretty good. And then we have relationships
Mm.
and employment
Relatives
history.
table. Okay. Ah.
Yeah, and I think it
Yeah, I
stopped
totally
here.
would take this.
Right? Like this is
Totally
pretty
take
good
this.
mock data,
Yeah, I like
right?
the structure too.
Yeah. Let's see what Minstrel gave. So Minstrel, okay. So Minstrel gave a few other folks. Also gave Anytown, California as the first one, but then the rest are okay.
Mhm.
So we have the phone numbers.
Yeah.
Not so great, but okay.
Oh, yeah, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, yeah.
Then we
Oh,
have the
email.
emails, makes sense.
Okay.
Previous
Mm,
addresses, and they have the start and end dates.
Hotel.
Okay, and then we have the relationships between person ID, relative, person. Okay, and here's the relationship table.
Mhm.
Right? Because if one and two are spouses, then two and one is a spouse.
Spouse. Yeah.
Right? If three and one
3 and 1
is
is
a
a child.
child, then
4 and 1 could be.
shouldn't this be three and one should be uh
Maybe this is like a X
Yeah, I guess it's yeah. Okay,
or
okay.
biological parent. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Still possible, I
yeah.
guess.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Employment history. It had didn't come up with good names, but oh well. Education history,
Mm-hmm.
criminal records, driving under the influence. Oh man. Okay, we got licenses, social media, photos. I love how for photos they just get it gives you like the file name,
Photo one.
but obviously that's not an actual photo, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
uh,
John and Maria on vacation.
I know, right? Wow. Okay, I would say Minstrels was actually better at this. Would you say?
Pretty, pretty good. Well, wait, did they like they go back to Claude again? Does it not have sorry, what is it with the photos? Does it have photos? I don't remember
No.
seeing
So I guess so. Here's the problem. Claude got
oh,
token limited. So Claude tried to give
oh,
10 for each
yeah.
table, and so it didn't couldn't fit
Uh-huh.
it all.
I see, I
So I
see.
don't want to blame it for not finishing the rest of the tables, but yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, like Claude is kind of cool, like the relatives. It's got like it's not there's not just one for
Hmm.
each. Oh wait, no, it's got a lot more because there's 10 of them. So they're just
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot
yeah, yeah.
possible relationships
That's
there.
why. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I would say both are pretty good. I don't really see a huge difference.
Hmm.
You think? I don't know. Mm, I mean, the phone numbers are better, right? It's not 2222.
Well, so I think this prompt did give us the relationship table that we wanted before,
Hmm.
right? I would say that the fake data is not as, let's say, you or colorful is the word. I don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it does have like the relationships in there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the fact that like it puts everything into like a, into SQL statements. It kind of means that you probably could actually copy and paste
Right.
this, right? And like insert this into like
Hmm.
your local and like, you know, create dummy data right
Hmm.
away.
Yeah. Straight away. Well, this is Claude, right? So we're saying Claude is better? Well, I
Well, I
mean, it
mean,
didn't
so
finish, but
they both provided. Okay, so here's the
well,
thing. I think
yeah.
Claude is
Yeah.
better because Claude gave 10 examples per table instead of 5.
Hmm.
Not that we asked it to
Hmm.
do only 5, but I
Yeah.
guess it is pretty close, right?
Yeah, pretty close,
All
but
right,
I like slightly better. Yeah, I like Claude slightly better.
slightly better, yeah,
Maybe. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty, yeah, I think they're both pretty.
yeah. But yeah, I guess so. So our biggest takeaway from this is that like, like the LLMs are surprisingly really good at like getting us from like 0 to 80. Right. It really
Yeah.
it lets us really get to like that 80% like really fast.
Mhm.
Right.
I'll probably
Uh,
say 110. Give us suggestions. How to do that. Do our jobs better, you know?
right. Well, I mean
Okay, maybe not. Because, yeah,
yeah, I mean
but yeah, 0 to, definitely very high percent.
yeah. So it makes me think about it in terms of like, so we're obviously doing this on a stream, and so we can't do actual company stuff, and this is just a chat bot, not actual like,
Mhm.
putting the LLM in like a using it in like a different context. Because
Mhm.
we only it only has chat right now, right? So like we're not able to do like the ensemble prompting. We're not able to do like the loops of like we're not able to do like an evaluation system. So there's lots of things that we could do, but we can't actually do because this is just a chat. Um, right. So like it kind of does make me wonder if we should probably be thinking about um, coming up with like these types of use cases and like setting up LLMs locally or sorry internally, and just letting every engineer just sort of like use it for
Whatever
like
they need. Yeah.
whatever they need type
Hmm.
of thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hmm.
And then we have an approver, sort of I like that. Is it good or bad?
Well, we haven't done that, but I guess we could, right? Like we could copy the things and then ask the LLMs like, hey, here's a proposed mapping. Is this good or bad? Like, um,
Oh yeah, yeah,
right? Like ask it like,
yeah.
is this good or bad? And then ask it to like, hey, what suggestions do you have?
Hmm.
Right? For
What
for these
suggestions you
things?
have? Yeah,
Or
like a QA, right? Like what we did before. Like, oh, this JSON and that JSON. Which one is better, right? Like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Some sort of QA role. Well, actually, that does remind me of a thing I did before, where we basically had like ChatGPT talk to itself, and we gave it like a distinct you know, each each role had like a distinct personality of like what it was doing, and it basically was just talking to itself and be able to figuring out problems. So having LLM agents like that like probably could work.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that probably be,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
that could be pretty expensive, but
yeah. You could
yeah,
have like a PM, LM, like a data scientist, LM, like
exactly,
or like
exactly.
QA, LM, each one, and then a whole Jira ticket would be like, oh,
Well, don't don't forget the junior engineer and the senior engineer, and you make the senior engineer code review the junior engineer.
yeah, oh, yeah,
Right? So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could be really interesting. I think we would. I mean, maybe we could even do something like that. We might be able to do. Maybe we could do some type of agent setup on stream. It would take a lot more setup, but we might be
Mm-hmm.
able to uh,
Mm-hmm.
do some fiddling around with agents.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what we have is probably also a pretty good start. So there actually, before I forget, I wanted to ask you about a different use case that maybe we can also try next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it generated these profiles, right? Let's take a look at one of them, right? It generated profiles, but these profiles are all single record profiles, right? Um, I kind of wonder. I wanted to see if it can generate multiple records per profile, right? Because in our
Mm-hmm.
entity resolution, we have multiple records for one profile, right? So I want to
Mm-hmm.
sort of see if we can generate that sort of the sort of same structure that we
Mm-hmm.
have, where we have like multiple records per profile. And then what I wanted to do was think about ways that we can maybe add add another record and see if it can like
Mm-hmm.
match it and say like, okay, like this record does belong in this profile because of all of these things,
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
right?
Yeah. Oh, you mean doing the entity resolution, right? Which
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
did
yeah, yeah,
before?
yeah. So doing
So
entity
like that.
resolution, but
Mhm.
like instead of having us, because like before we were typing out like all the, we were tediously typing out every single,
Prompt.
prompt, not the prompt, but like the fake data that we were putting into the prompt,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, we can basically revisit everything we've done before.
Yeah, yeah,
That's so good.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly, and
yeah,
just
I agree.
and just do what we've done before. Just ask the LLM to do it for us even better than what we did, right?
I definitely think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do a
probably.
better
Oh, we have a
job. Yeah.
question. Someone asked in the chat, "Can I ask a question?" Yeah, you don't have to ask permission to ask a question. You can just ask away. It's all right. Anyways, but yeah, we are almost done. So we'll gather some ideas, take some if you have suggestions or yeah, if you have questions about things, we can take some suggestions for the next stream of like what use cases we want to solve. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It does mapping so well. Totally convinced. Yeah. It's not like there sometimes there's some problems where like, oh, okay, well not quite there, right? Like I remember the QA, like, oh, sometimes we're missing things, like one and then it fluctuates and but maybe that's a harder problem. I don't know. But anyway, the mapping is well done.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I guess mapping is an easier
mm,
problem to do, right?
mm.
So
It seems like that for them, yeah.
yeah. Now I really kind of
Mm.
want to test this on production stuff.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Oh, good. We need
yeah.
to use
Anyways,
it. Yeah.
someone asked a question. Are you familiar with
Oh,
LSTMs? I'm trying to make an LSTM model together with Pin. I mean, we're not. I mean, I think you're talking about long-term, short-term model. I'm not sure if that's actually the acronym that you're using there. But I mean, so we're using large language models, which does have pieces of LSTM in it. But we're not actually doing any of the model training. We're just sort of playing with it and how it can and just playing with the outputs basically. Anyways, okay, so I think that's it for today then. Yeah, if anyone else has any questions or suggestions or any requests for use cases, we're happy to go through those. You can either um, add me on. You can message me probably on LinkedIn or I think there's a feature on Twitch, but I don't know. Anyways, or on Discord if you're on the Minstrel Discord. So, anyways, all right, guys. Thank you. Happy Friday. Bye.
thank you. Bye.